が押し寄せてくる泣いてる場合じゃないワクワクを100倍にしてパーティーの主役になろう夢中になれるものがいつか君をすげえやつにするんだの天日間空は晴れていっぱいおっぱい僕元気トラブルと遊べやんちゃボーイ We got power ドラゴンボールびっくりの塊を蹴り未来へゴールさせろ平ちゃんの花を咲かせてみんなを笑わせちゃえいたずら
Hey, welcome! Thank you all for having decided to watch this special episode. Today I'm going to bring you the Dragon Ball Re-enactment Top 12 of the year 2012. Why 12? Because so much has happened in 2012, I figured it was worth it to show you at least the 12 most popular re-enactments of the year. Now, some of you may be surprised to see my full face right now, but I decided, since I'm in my full Dragon Ball costume right now, I might as well make an exception and include my head in this video footage. But yeah, I know what you say. With these glasses on, it's not the full face. But hey, at least you see most of it. So consider it my end of the year gift to you guys. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the top 12. Coming right up, number 12! In 12th position, we find the reenactment of the third Dragon Ball Z movie, Tree of Might, which is featuring the villain Turles. The footage you see right now is coming from the newest version which was made this year. However, originally this was included as a bonus at the end of episode 50. Well, at least at the very end of the original 50 episode, as it took me a while to record it and I originally thought that I lost it. But nope, I saved it, and now not only do you get this version, but you also get the version included at the end of episode 50. And now we shall move on to the next number. Number 11. The Attack on Vegeta. What? Wait, what? An extra episode of Dragon Ball GT made the top 12? Unbelievable! The amount of view for this episode in only 6 months is nearly at the mark of 2200 view. That's quite amazing. This was one of the early GT episodes that I could reenact, so what gave it such a high view count in only 6 months? Was it the thumbnail? The name of the episode? Or maybe was it the description I gave it? And whoa, look at these likes. It has already 16 likes at the time I'm recording this. But who's the hater? Why is there one dislike? I don't care. Anyway, as impressive as this can be, this episode is actually one of the rare GT episodes which I was actually able to reenact mostly with the game Raging Blast 2. Sure, their characters don't have the right costumes, but we don't have them in any game anyway, so I figured, might as well use the better graphics. Oh, could this be what gave the episode such a popular answer? I guess I'll never know. Even though if I do use Budokai Tenkaichi 3 by the end of the episode, well, only time will tell. Maybe one of you guys in the comments can tell me what you think. Anyway, let's move on. Number 10. Goku's Next Journey. When I first started making reenactments, this episode was originally not planned as being made. The original plan was to make only and only the Dragon Ball Z sagas and its movies with only Raging Blast 2 due to the lack of a story mode in this game. However, my reenactments became so popular, it became clear that I had to go and make them even better. So I started using other games from other platforms, and it gave birth to episodes such as this one, which would have been impossible with only Raging Blast 2. Number 9. In the 9th position, we find the reenactment of the movie BoJack Unbound. I will be honest with you here. I once considered using Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for this episode, instead of the Raging Blast 2. Why, you may ask? Well, simply because in the former, Teen Gohan has the right outfit. In this movie, he was wearing the clothes of his recently deceased father. But that outfit is not available in Raging Blast 2. In the end, I still decided to go with the later, since anyway, even the dialogue I needed was in RB2. So, I just played with Gohan in the wrong outfit, not caring about his costume anymore. And this is what we got as a result. Number 8! Coming up in the 8th position, we find the reenacted version of the 13th and final movie of Dragon Ball Z. Well, at least as of today, because for those who did not know yet, there's talks of a 14th movie coming up very soon. I believe the correct date will be March 30, 2013. But let's get back to this reenactment stuff. Right before I was ready to make this movie, I lost my original YouTube channel and I had to redo quite a lot of episodes and movies. But this had at least one good side to this loss. By the time I got back here, I had now bought the game Ultimate Tenkaichi, and I was able to reenact it even better than just using Budokai Tenkaichi 3. So it all worked out for the best. Number 7. In 7th place, we find Return of Cooler. Back in the day, before the loss of the original YouTube channel, movies were done in split parts. But later on, while I was redoing everything that I lost, I realized a reenacted movie would be much better in a single part rather than the two it was originally in. To gain time, I used the original part 1 and I remastered the second part. What do I mean by remastered the second part? Well, by the time I was remaking this episode, once again, Ultimate Tenkaichi had come out, and instead of reusing the footage from part 2 that was recorded with Dark Halo, I decided to go and completely remake the part. After all, it was showing much more correctly what I needed to be seen from within this game. Plus, I had lost part 2 and could not find it anywhere anymore anyway. Number 6. Lord Slug. This is the reenacted movie that made the 6th position in this top 12. This movie is one movie that I had originally skipped the making of back in the day. At this point in the review of the year, you probably already know why, but I will tell you anyway. Like I said before, the main and original goal of the reenactments was to make a story mode out of Raging Blast 2, since this game has none. And seeing as the only game I own which has Lord Slug is Budokai Tenkaichi 3, I had decided to skip it. But after I lost it all and started redoing everything and remastering some episodes with other games, I figured I might as well go and make the movies I never made, such as this one. Besides, as you can see from the thumbnail from this episode, when you look at my videos on my channel page, I did find a way to include a bit of Raging Blast 2 to keep this as Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 Reenactment. But you can also see this by just watching the footage right now, which I did to, how do I put this, to fake the attack on the bad guys before Lord Slug showed up. But of course, since these guys do not exist in the game, I had to attack some invisible stuff. But hey, it all worked out for the best. Also, as you may or may not have heard at the beginning of this footage, this is one of the rare episodes where I actually used recorded sound from the anime. But I did this very rarely because this is just one where I actually really needed this, otherwise it might not have made a lot of sense, and this is why I did it. So let's move on to the next one. Oh, hi Krill. I must say, so far I'm impressed by these episodes making the top 12, as to be honest, many of them are part of my favorites in the making. But as of yet, my own personal favorites in the making have not been shown. Are they going to be in the top 5? Well, let's find out and check out what episodes have been part of the top 5! Number 5! It is with absolutely no surprises on my part that the first reenacted movie featuring Broly is part of the top 5. Ever since I restored it, because thankfully it was part of the episodes that I didn't lose, it has slowly but surely made its way back up to the top, and some of you may be seeing an oddity by the middle of the episode. Well, if you do, good eye. This is happening because I did a lazy thing. This was originally a 2-part movie for the reenactments. However, when the time came to restore it, I decided to take the 2 original parts, remove the credits of part 1, remove the opening of part 2, and then make a little fusion, and voila! This is how I got a 2-parter as a single part for this movie. Number 4. Occupied by the 4th place, we find the reenactment of the special episode known as History of Trunks. Sadly, this episode was entirely lost in the loss of my original YouTube channel, but as you can tell, I managed to get help to remake it from Dark Halo. Unfortunately, we were unable to complete the episode together. Considering my desire to get the restored episodes out as quickly as possible by the end, I decided to finish it on my own. This is why the first half is made online, and the second half, all of a sudden, is made offline and the HUD is gone because I was doing everything on my own. Number 3! In the 3rd position, the reenactment of the movie Super Android 13 can be found. Now, this one was quite a bit problematic to remake. I had lost everything of this movie, with the exception of the very end, which was actually edited by Dark Halo long ago. You can tell we had some chaos for making this, as once again, for the first half of the movie, I did this on my own. However, for the 3rd tier of the movie, I had help from Dark Halo. And then, for the 3rd part, I was once again on my own. This was mostly due to the fact that my own and Dark Halo schedule never met anymore back then, and I decided to go and finish the remaking on my own, which is obvious by the sudden appearance and disappearance of the anterior ad during the whole episode. Also, I apologize for the drop in quality at the very end. This part was safe, and we did not feel like remaking it in the new and better quality I now have because of the editing it required. So that's why you get what you get. Good lord, this top 12 sure seems to be filled with tons of reenacted movies and specials. We've only had about 2 regular episodes in it so far, and one of them even was from the very first yet most recent GT reenactments. Will we ever see another regular episode in the top? Well, let's check out which episodes came on top and find out right now! Number 2! Oh, well, Luke decided to show up in the second position. A regular episode. It's Goku vs Cell. The Cell games begin. So, to my question I just asked, the answer is yes. We do get at least one other regular episode in the top before we reach the number 1. And it even makes the second position nonetheless. This is an original episode, made back when I still had my original Sonic channel. This actually explains why the quality is a little lower than most episodes I make recently, and why the bit with Hercule isn't included. There's also the fact that this episode originally dates from the time I had my own personal role of Raging Blast 2 only, with exceptions only specials such as the 50 or 100 episodes. Specials like those. But hey, apparently none of this stopped this one episode from being number 2. Number 1! Cooler's Revenge! This is the episode that came out on top and suppressed all of the others. I must say, I actually went all out when the time came to remake this one episode, as I was unable to retrieve all of the original parts. Back in the day, this one was a 4-part episode. I only recovered 2 of them, but that was not enough for me. This movie was good enough for me to go all out and remake the integrity of it on my own nonetheless, and make it one single episode. This actually gave birth to the first near 10-minute episode of the Reenactment, which was not even a special or anything like that. Just a normal and regular movie being reenacted. At the time of this recording, the episode has exactly 5,555 views, 55555, 36 likes, and only 3 dislikes. I am guessing it was disliked by the Coolers crowd on Scrad. But either way, this episode was watched almost twice as much as the other episodes. No other episodes came even close to having this many views. What made it so popular? I have no idea, but I find it pretty cool. Well folks, this concludes our top 12 of the year 2012. While my own personal favorites and proudest and finest work did not make it, I will still let you in on what episodes I personally enjoyed the most after I finished working on them. One of them is of course the 200 episodes, which seems to be gaining a lot of views very fast right now, but I am not surprised it did not make the top as it was only released about 10 days ago. Again, I am truly sorry about the delay. I underestimated my own capabilities of releasing this episode on the day I had set on my own. Plus, I went back and changed a few things after Budokai HD came out. However, there is one reenactment I am truly proud and amazed at myself for making it as good as it is, considering that this could have been coming out very bad, but thankfully, it came out good. My personal and proudest work is, and remains to this day, the reenactment of Yo! Son Goku and his friends return! This is mostly due to the enormous amount of editing I've had to do for this one. No other episodes, not even 200, require this much editing. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed this little special I put up for the end of the year, and I wish you all a happy new year! Good night everybody!